To have Taurus rising is to wear the mask of the earth, slow, deliberate, sensual, and stubborn. The bull does not rush. It stands firm, rooted in the physical world, drawing power from stability, beauty, and the quiet pleasure of being. But when this earthy ascendant cloaks an air sun, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, a fascinating tension emerges. Air signs are creatures of intellect, movement, and abstraction, forever dancing on the currents of thought and connection. Taurus rising, though, pulls them down, grounding their ethereal nature in the weight of the body, the senses, the insistence that ideas must touch the world to matter. The result? A paradox. A mind that soars, yet a presence that demands to be felt. These individuals don't just think, they materialize. Each air sign engages with the world differently, but Taurus rising gives their intellect gravity, turning whispers into statements and theories into tangible craft. People think Gemini is all chatter, all restless fingers and unfinished thoughts. But with Taurus rising, they don't just speak, they imprint. Their words land differently, not because they're louder, but because they're slower, fuller, like honey dripping off a spoon. They don't just ask, "How are you?" They ask it like they're handing you a cup of tea, waiting for the real answer. This is the storyteller who remembers the exact way sunlight fell across your face when you laughed last summer. The one who reads the same book 5 times because the weight of the pages, the smell of ink, is as much a part of the story as the words. They collect moments like stones in their pocket, not to hoard, but to savor. Their mind still moves at Gemini speed, but now their body refuses to keep up. They want to flit, but their bones demand stillness. So they sit in the cafe corner, watching the world spin while they trace the rim of their cup, caught between the hunger to know everything and the need to feel one thing completely. They fear becoming stagnant. Sometimes they cling to a person, a place, a version of themselves long past its season, because letting go feels like losing a piece of their skin. They don't realize their true strength isn't in holding on. It's in trusting that their roots will keep them steady even when they fly. Libra wants balance, but Taurus rising makes that need physical. This isn't just about fairness. It's about the right light in the room, the exact softness of the sweater against their skin, the way silence should feel like velvet, not a void. They don't just want harmony, they crave it in their cells. They're the one who arranges the flowers on the table just so, not because they're fussy, but because beauty, to them, is as vital as oxygen. When they walk into a tense room, shoulders drop. They don't even have to speak. Their presence is a hand on the small of your back, steadying you. They swallow their own storms to keep the sky clear for everyone else. They'll smile through a dinner party where their heart is breaking because disrupting the mood would feel like shattering stained glass. Their greatest fear isn't conflict. It's the moment they finally snap and realize how much of themselves they've buried under keeping the peace. They confuse comfort for love. They'll stay in the wrong relationship for years because the texture of it, the familiar warmth of shared mornings, the way their partner's voice sounds in the dark, feels too precious to lose. They must learn. Sometimes, the most beautiful thing you can create is a boundary. Aquarius dreams in galaxies, but Taurus rising forces them to plant their feet in the dirt. They don't just want to change the world, they want to hold the change, test its weight, make sure it won't dissolve like smoke. Their idealism isn't naive, it's tested. When they believe in something, it's not just with their mind, but with their hands, their sweat, their stubborn refusal to let it go. They ache. Their mind races ahead, but their body moves methodically, and the dissonance frustrates them. They'll spend years perfecting something they're fixated on, only to realize the world has moved on, and they're still here, chiseling at the details, refusing to compromise. They fall in love with their vision more than people. They'll fight for humanity, but forget the human in front of them. Their lesson isn't to abandon their vision, it's to let it breathe, to remember that even the sturdiest bridge needs space to sway in the wind. These are the people who make you believe in magic, because they live it. They take what's fleeting, a thought, a dream, a feeling, and press it into your palm like a stone. But their real alchemy isn't in the transformation, it's in the tension. They are the moment between inhale and exhale, the pause before the first step, the unbearable, beautiful ache of being both rooted and wild. And if you ever meet one, stay. Listen. The earth beneath their feet has stories to tell. All of the air signs with a Taurus rising turn thoughts into substance. A Libra curates a home that feels like harmony. A Gemini writes words that linger on the skin. An Aquarius builds the future they envision. Air needs movement, Earth resists it. A Gemini may stagnate in comfort, a Libra may avoid conflict until resentment festers, an Aquarius may fossilize their vision of progress. And then there's indulgence. Taurus's love of pleasure can tempt air signs to escape into food, luxury, or passivity when overwhelmed. To have an air sun with Taurus rising is to live as a tree with roots deep in the earth and leaves dancing in the wind. The key is balance, letting the mind roam while the body savors, creating from the senses, not just for them. These individuals are alchemists, but they must remember that even the most majestic wings must sometimes rest upon the earth. And when they do, that's when the magic happens.